After providing almost 3 years of emergency SNAP benefits to eligible Americans, Congress has put a stop on those benefits come March.
NBC4 Cynthia Hill spoke with local food pantries today about what that means for thousands of Central Ohioans who have relied on these extra benefits to feed their families.
This may come as a surprise to some. That's because the extra benefits weren't supposed to end for another couple of months. The emergency SNAP benefits were originally supposed to end April 2023 when the public health emergency was also supposed to end. Megan Burba volunteers here at NEMAP Food Pantry, where directors tell me many families will and do turn for help.
I've absolutely loved it. Some days are super busy and there's a line out the door, and some days it's pretty slow, but things are constantly moving here, lots of food going in and out.
And directors tell me they're expecting lots more movement in the coming days because of the changes spelled out in the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2023, which ended the extra benefits at the end of February.
A whole lot of people are resilient and resourceful and are struggling to feed their families. And so when you layer on top of that a really significant reduction in purchasing power for low income and working families to their grocery budgets, it's going to have a big impact.
He says right now those eligible for SNAP benefits at any amount are eligible for the maximum amount of benefits, so they'll be reduced down to the normal amount soon. Tuesday, NEMAP saw a significant increase in clients because of its days off before and after MLK Day and because of the news that the emergency benefits will end soon.
It's just such a staple to the community that when you're closed for even 2 days, it makes a huge difference, and people really rely on NEMAP.
Mid-Ohio representatives say it's not all bad. While the federal spending bill gave Americans a hard stop date for emergency SNAP benefits, it also extended the summer EBT for free and reduced lunch eligible students. Mid-Ohio Food Bank just hopes families continue to come to them and other food banks for help.
Families are already making hard choices every day, and we expect that some of those choices will get more difficult. The one thing we hope is not a hard choice is that people ask for help when and where they need it.
And those who receive these extra payments will get their last extra payment at the end of February. Local for you, Cynthia.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash. I'm allowed to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Northern the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is emergency SNAP benefits ended in March, but also it says here, pandemic, EBT, February emergency allotment, and also 2023 food stamp update, states approved for EBT 3.0 benefits in February through March.
Looking to improve.
So obviously Biden signed something, or he extended some type of emergency bill to allow these people to get food stamps in the coming months, because they were supposed to end it. Okay, but I hereby, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I overheard by like May, if I'm not mistaken, well, they're going to cut the emergency assistance for the CY9 help and all that other shit. So with that being said, they're getting ready to cut these programs sooner than later because the system is overinflated. Bear with me for
credit and your saving.
In fact, hold up. All right. Relevant.
And of course, that's
pumping so much money into this damn economy to the point they don't have any money to really give or spend. But yet they send over $100 billion to Ukraine, and find out Biden signed some bill as well that's allowing Ukrainian citizens to get Social Security benefits. So when I look at my paycheck stub, I have two categories for taxes: Medicare tax and Social Security tax, and both of those are more than federal and state taxes combined. They're taking very little state tax out, very little federal tax out, and wonder why you owe at the end of the year. But you're paying for Medicaid and Social Security, which Social Security is not going to be here in a short while. Okay, let's just say if we got another 5-10 years in Babylon, 10 years from now, Lord's will, we don't be here that long. But 10 years from now, and I hypothetically say 10 years, but 10 years from now, ain't gonna be no damn Social Security, because all the money you paying for in Social Security is going to fund this goddamn war and to pay pensions of judges and lawyers and child support judges. They're basically just pocketing your money. Okay, so they take, matter of fact, 35% of your income and they spend it on whatever the hell they want to spend it, funding the governments, sending money to the Ukraine. But yet you as American citizen, so-called American citizen, you got the homeless population. Poverty is at an all-time high. Okay, people are not really working like that. People are getting laid off. And yet, they continue to take and take and take, which this is an oppressive system. Okay, this system is built on oppression, on the back of Hebrew Israelites. Because this fucking maniac right here, which he's nothing but a damn demon. So let's see what this article says, and I'm going to get a couple of precepts.
The United States Department of Agriculture Food and Nutrition Service has made significant changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, in 2023 through the cost of living adjustments. This adjustment results in an increase in the maximum benefits for food stamp recipients across 48 states, Washington, D.C., Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, and
what they're not telling you is that funding all these programs, that's causing a debt to increase because they're in a rush to collapse this system. Like they had a meeting a couple of days ago on whether if they can get funding to raise the debt ceiling or they just going to default by May. They said they got enough money to pay their bills into June, which they ain't going to pay them damn bills. They never paid them. But they say, well, look, if they don't come up with the plan by May or June, then they're going to let this place collapse. And I'm thinking they may let it collapse because they're talking about going digital next month. So, hey, they may collapse this motherfucker. They can collapse this place next week if they wanted to. Okay, because it don't make sense that they extending that out, but yet they're trying to go digital sometime next month or within the next couple of months. So I'm thinking, and I speak as a man, they let it default on his loans, then they're going to hurry up and go over the digital currency. That way they can have some type of backing of this currency because they want to hip everybody. So they may just very well default, which they need to go ahead and let this place crash, man. Let it crash. Because when it crashes, it's going to burn. And when it crashes, you better believe World War III is imminent, man. So Esau is getting ready to do some shit. But I got a precept real quick. This is for you Jakes out there, you women mainly that trusted in the system, because when he signed that, you better believe that those black women, them eyelash models and those Instagram models and OnlyFans hoes, you better believe them women, man, they was shouting for joy. Here they got 6 different baby daddies on child support and they getting $1,000 a month for each kid. You yoked up on food stamps, man. And that's exactly what this white man wants. He wants to keep you women in a state of mind, in a state of dependency, man. Okay? Because let's say if you got $6,000 in food stamp, which I never know nobody to have that much. But let's just say you get $800-900 a month. I mean, even though we in inflation, you still got shit that you still gonna have food to live off of, man. A carton of eggs ain't gonna be nothing to you when you get $800 a month. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna spend a whole $800. So you sitting on food on top of food on top of food. It's crazy. But it says, woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. See, and the thing of it is, those programs were put into place for people that actually need it. Now, we're not saying that brothers shouldn't, try to get whatever help they can get. No, because you're using the world, not abusing it. But you got people that scam the system, that actually lives off this, and they live off duping the system. While there's real people in need. Like me, I work a job, but shit, I still need help trying to get food, because for the simple fact, everything is high as hell. Making decent money in this world, you still on the bottom. You see, because a third of your income got to go to bills. Then they taking a third out of it, and then what the other third, it goes to trying to buy food. So 2 bags of groceries, I spent probably $50 on literally not even a half cart of groceries, man. But I buy things that can stretch, like oatmeal, peanut butter. If I buy bread, wheat bread, I'll put it in the freezer. Stuff like that, man. If I buy the deli meat to get me throughout the week, because that's about what it's good for anyways, about a week. I buy those things and I kind of eat my sandwiches. I buy chips. I buy a couple of pieces and stuff like that, man. Of course, the fruits and vegetables. But see, what I do when I buy my vegetables, I juice it all up because, or the fruit, because for the simple fact, it'll go to waste because the shit don't last long. Like you could buy strawberries in 2 days, the shit is molded. So what I do, like I did last night, I bought some kiwi, strawberries, and I bought some celery, and I took everything and I put it in a juicer. That way I can drink juice throughout the week. You know, that's how I took care of that, because honestly, I'm not going to be sitting up there eating on strawberries every week. I mean, all week, if I know they're getting ready to go bad in a day or two. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to juice it. I'm going to drink it. That way I get everything. I ain't wasting no money. You know, kind of just thinking ahead, you know. But it says that may add sin to sin, which is iniquity, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked on my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. I remember when this pedophile, this demon right here, this fucking low-life scum of a President Biden. I remember when he was running up for office. I can hear my friend, y'all gotta vote for Biden. Man, fuck y'all and y'all vote for this devil, man. Okay, because Trump ain't no better. But hey, at least when Trump was in office, and I don't support Trump by any means, because he's controlled opposition. But basically, when he was in office, you niggas wasn't broke, man. You ain't have inflation at this point. Okay? Because now he's coming out. He said his first day, because he's planning on running for president again, he said the first thing he's going to do is redact on the shit that Biden did with the whole transformer shit. Allow me kids to take these particular hormones that stop their growth. He said he's going to do that. He said he's going to redact out of that because he felt that it's not right for kids and babies and men to be changing their sexes and shit. And I can agree with that. But he's still a devil. He just controlled opposition. You know, but let's say if Donald Trump do get this country back as president, he ain't going to be able to bring it back from where it's at because the Most High has sanctioned this place to go down. So all the shit Trump is talking, it ain't going to make no difference because eventually he just would have did what Biden did, or the elites would have blew his head off. And that's the reason why they got him up out of there, because, hey, Trump wasn't really following the orders like he was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He was making peace with allies and all that other shit. And the average Joe six-pack cracker, they worship Trump, man. Because they hate this guy Biden because they feel like he's standing for you niggas, but he don't. Biden hates you jakes, man. This is why he's doing this, you know? But it says, therefore should the strength of Pharaoh be your shame and the trust of Egypt your confusion. Right, because you trusting in his government, and eventually they just gonna leave you. And really, to our women, you trust in anything that appeases your flesh. All right, it could be a straight murderous scumbag, and you will trust in him if he give you something that appeases your wrath and your flesh. To show you how simple you women are. You women, you supposed to be guided by righteous men. Okay, like the scriptures go into, it says a man that's supposed to marry his daughter off, he's supposed to marry her off to a man of understanding. Because like when I scroll through these sites and shit, YouTube or whatever media site, and I look at some of the women and some of the men they with, and I'm like, this is the reason why y'all fucked up. I'm like, he's fucked up because he's dealing with a low sleazy ass bitch like this, and you fucked up because you dealing with a low wicked grimy nigga, and when he's not taking care of your kids that you so thought, then how can you be mad? Look at this man. He's in and out of jail. He's a decrepit individual. Okay, he's a mama's boy. He thinks he's street or hood. He smoked weed all goddamn day. He's a piece of shit. And you wonder why the families are broken. And these be the same goddamn women crying, I can't find a good man. And I don't understand how in the hell you women, you sit up there, you get pregnant by a man and then y'all break up. I thought the whole point of establishing a family is so y'all can be together, man. But you women got demons on you. Like when my child's mother, for example, right? Majority of our problems started when a bitch got pregnant, man. That's when shit went downhill. That's why I was like, you know what? After this baby comes, I don't know how we gonna make it. I told her straight, I was like, I don't think we gonna make it. We tried, but this the kind of guy I am. I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work. You know, because she just got total demonic. And then, you know, when we was living separate, she was staying with her mom. And, you know, I was where I was at. And I used to go over there every night after work and shit like that to spend time with her because it's just like, all right, she's pregnant. She's damn the big as a house. She can't really come to the spot. And, you know, her mom didn't have a problem with that. But the minute that my daughter was born, that's when her mother was like, nah, you can't stay over here no more. I'm like, you fucking bitch, you. I'm like, the whole point of me being around is so I can raise and take care of my family. All of a sudden, I get banned from the crib. All because she dealt with postpartum depression. That come from the demons and the shit Esau was injecting in you. That's where that come from. But how the fuck did I get blamed for that? You know, just it's backwards, man. That's why you brothers that don't have children, hey, count yourself blessed, man. That's the worst thing you can do is have a child in this fucked up kingdom. Okay, because you got to deal with the unnecessary bullshit that comes along with it. Excuse my French. But it says, for her princes were his own and his ambassadors to hangs, because Jake basically got supplanted by those Egyptians at that time and thought that they was going to have refuge to go back into Egypt. Okay, because you still had a certain remnant of Jakes that went to Egypt, but they thought that they was going to get help from those fucking Egyptians, and the Egyptians they hate you Jakes, man. Go up north, Kansas City, you see all them black ass Africans up there, them Egyptians, them South Sudanese, they hate Jake. They come here and they hang around black women and they get this pompous attitude towards Jake because they don't like you, man. Okay, the other nations hate you. And that's what you niggas are getting ready to find out. Okay, these so-called white people in these other nations, they don't give a fuck about you niggas, man. And you black women, a white man don't give a fuck about you either. I'm at work and it's cold, so I'm just sitting here basically getting paid on a clock for nothing, which is cool with me, you know. But I'm watching this fucking black woman here, this little fucking troll. She kind of remind me of Tricks from Players Club. Little just decrepit ass, short, just disgruntled ass black woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really have too many problems out of her, for real. But, you know, we had our share of run-ins and clashing heads and shit. We got to understand it. Don't fuck with me, I ain't gonna fuck with you. So, long story short, she training this fucking Edomite on a truck. And she's talking all proper to this man. Trying to put on the fucking front, knowing that you a ratchet bitch. But let it be a nigga she was training, she'd have been talking all kinds of shit. She ain't gonna have that fake persona. Oh, well, you know, this is how you do this and you do that and this is where it goes here. Stop playing. You know you're a ratchet from the hood. Let it would have been me, another Jake. Man, she wouldn't even gain no attention to it, man. Because this one truck, when I first started, this black woman training me on it, this bitch was on her goddamn headphones talking to some nigga. She didn't even want to train me for real. And half the time, she had a goddamn attitude. I'm like, man, you know what? If I got to work with this, I'm cool. You know? She did the same thing to another Jake. Training this man on this truck, man. And she basically had an attitude because I guess he wasn't cool. He wasn't just a grimy ass nigga, man. You know, and he's a cool little Jake, man. You know, he's a little behind, but that's okay. I got love for the underdog, man. All right. But it says, for they were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help nor a profit, but a shame and a reproach. And I'm going to tell you like this, just because they give you these stamps and so forth like that, they approve of emergency assistance, eventually all this shit is going to end. Okay, all the good is going to end because the scripture said that the doors should be shut in the streets. When they run out of funding for this government, you black women can kiss that child support. You can kiss the EBT SNAP. You can, what do you call that, Section 8? You know, because that's how a lot of these women get these houses, these big, nice houses that appears to be like they're making money and they get these nice houses because they on Section 8. Notice a woman that moves every so many years is because she's following that Section 8 around. Okay, it's a big influx of them here. Illinois, Indiana, definitely. Fucking Iowa, they definitely got an influx of Section 8. And they had waiting lists for years, you know. But eventually this is all going to fail. It says, but a shame and a reproach, man. Okay, it says, but the burden of the beasts of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence cometh the young and old lion, the viper and the fiery serpents, that would carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses and their treasures upon the bunches of camel, to a people that should not profit them. Give your substance to these devils, you know, give you a hard-earned time and money, and they don't care for you, man. And it says, for the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this, and their strength is to sit still. But now go, write it therefore them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be with them for the time to come forever and ever. Right, and it's recorded. Okay, the tables, the belief systems, man, the book, the scriptures, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, because this is coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. Because everything that the men of the Lord speak, we're speaking into existence. And we're telling you that they're going to end these programs. They're going to end your livelihoods. You ain't going to have that plush, lush mansion down in Atlanta, Georgia, that you women and you niggas like to go down. First thing nigga get on, he want to go to Atlanta. I want to go Bankhead. I want to go Buckhead crazy. Man, all that nonsense. They run to Texas. You bring down a property value there. Then Esau moves out. Then he comes back, raises the property value, throw you out. Now you back to square one. Now you go to another plush land and you fuck it up by bringing your goons around, man. Like, I hate living around Jake, man. I'll kid you not. If it's a whole Jake neighborhood, I ain't gonna move there. Now, I don't like living around all Edomites either because they're real conniving people too. So I like a diverse crowd, you know, Moab, Esau, few Jakes, you know, a few Jakes that's working and honest, that's trying to stay out the way. I'm cool with that. But I don't want to live around Keisha. I don't want to live around Ray Ray. I want to live around a local drug dealer, Munchie, Lowski. I don't want to move around them fucking niggas, man. For what? Because they ain't going to do nothing but bring hell to you. You know? And it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. They're not hearing the law, statutes, and commandments. Because we telling you that put your faith and trust in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, because the squeeze is coming for all of us, but the Lord is going to see us through. Okay, you got many revenues to eat out here, like the brothers went into it. Brother looked up and said it's over 400. I think he did the research. It's over 400 something. I think it may be 400,000 if I'm not mistaken. Some pigeons here, man. And you know, pigeon is basically like a quail. It's basically quail is lawful to eat, I believe. Okay, it's in the same family. You got chicken, you got pigeons, turtle doves. It's basically a turtle dove, man, which is lawful according to the scriptures. And you notice they're the easiest to catch. Then you got June bugs. June bugs literally fly to your house and they die. You eat June bug. That's protein. Those are beetles, man. Okay, grasshoppers, locusts. Then dandelions, they grow right in your backyard. You know, these are some of the things that the Lord, he can feed us with. You know, and then on top of that, the dead is going to be innumerable. You don't think that you're going to stumble across a mansion or a house and there be an abundance in there? These people getting ready to die in mass numbers, and the Lord is going to reserve us. So brothers might not even have to sleep in the damn woods for real, because the cities are going to be casted down. But hey, at the same time, martial law, once they clear things out, they going to occupy the cities, but you ain't going to have martial law at every corner of every house. No, man, don't work that way. So you're going to be able to navigate through certain things. They showed you that in The Last of Us, man. Which that last episode, that shit was, man, bro, I was gritting my teeth watching that shit, man. I was like, I can't watch this. Because the dude, Bill, basically, he was a queer. Now, I got both games. And I knew in the game they made mention of it. But see, this is what Esau, he gets sub to. This is where he gets the devilish. See, in the game, they didn't put that relationship in there. They mentioned it. But Bill was just basically a crazy-ass prepper that believed in the Illuminati. He was basically a doomsday prepper. But all of a sudden, in the fucking show, they show a relationship with a dude that stumbled across the whole, his whole barn or whatever, you know, and then they get together and they basically was a bunch of moles, man. And that was the whole goddamn episode. So I advise you brothers, man, skip over episode 3. You ain't missing shit, man. You ain't missing nothing. It's just an episode of two men loving on each other, two old Edomite men, which the so-called white man is a momo any damn way by nature. Okay, but basically, Bill, long story short, once the martial law cleared out of the city, he basically set up generators, man. He set up booby traps. He went into the local pharmacy stores. He got all the equipment he needed, the food, and he lived literally like 40, 30 years after that initial outbreak, and he was good. He didn't want for anything. They showed one account when you had some attackers that come to try to take over his property, and he fended them off. That was one time out of like 23 years or something like that, because it time skips that he only had an issue. So that shows you there that the Most High is going to have pockets of rest for his men. I mean, yeah, our backs are going to be against the wall, but it ain't going to be like, oh, well, damn, every morning we wake up, you know, a motherfucker find us and try to kill us. No. Yeah, it may be APBs out on us, but hey, brothers, we going to be able to slip in unnoticed. Like they say, the best way to hide is in plain sight. Okay? Be a ghost, but in plain sight, man. And that's what it is. All right? But it says, we say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophecy not, unto us right things, speaking to us smooth things, prophecy deceits, man. They want to hear that America is going to last forever. They want to hear that Babylon is coming back. Oh, don't talk about the world ending. Don't talk about the white man going down. Don't talk about God coming back to save his people. Don't talk about EBT food. So they don't want to hear that, man, because they want to continue to live in their folly. They want to continue to live in their wickedness, man. Okay, they don't want to hear about an economic depression. They don't want to hear about the MOTB. And most of them are going to take it anyway because they want to get back to this so-called lifestyle, which is really a death style, man. Okay, it's not life. This is a death culture. Because the scriptures say, through the envy of the devil, have death entered into the world. And those that take hold of it do find it, man. Okay, So these people, man, through the spirit, they getting ready to get humble. Okay, they're proud, they're haughty, they're out of order. They don't care about Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They care about what they got going on and what they gonna do next and how they can take from other people. That's it. Okay? They're not dealing with the truth. And they don't care to deal with the truth, man. Like I got 4 of these devils right here, man, just circling around. You know, just ain't got nothing to do. All right, but it says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us, man. Basically, fuck this truth, man. Blasphemy. That's what they say. Okay, that's why our families ain't into this thing. That's why they look down on it. This is the reason why they can't come to grips with what we're about. This is the reason why relationships fail and break. Families are broken up because they don't want to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because that's too much like right for Jake. Okay, there's too much like right for a bunch of niggas that has been bred by the so-called white man to be homeborn slaves. They don't care about the Most High, man. Because Jake, they don't tangibly believe in something they can't tangibly see. Okay, they can't see it, so therefore they don't fucking believe in it, man. You know? Oh, well, I believe in God, but, you know, he's not here, so I got to take matters into my own hand. You know what I'm saying? And then, on top of that, the hell, I was, oh, yeah, witchcraft, man. We good? All right. And hold on, man. I gotta pull out, but I'm gonna finish this lesson though, man. You can fucking wait. But anyway, they was talking about how witchcraft is at an all-time high. Like how people that's 15 to 16 years old don't even believe in God anymore, man. And that's funny when you see that, because the church going people, you don't see no kids in church, man. Like when we came up, we grew up in church because our parents, our grandparents, they had us going into that shit. You know what I'm saying? But these kids ain't going to church, man. No youngsters walking around with Bibles, man. Okay? Unless they in the truth. And it says, wherefore thus said unto the Holy One of Israel, because you despise his word and trust in oppression and perversions that stay thereon, therefore this iniquity should be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant, man. Okay? And that's how this judgment is going to come. All right? One last precept, Isaiah 32. And now rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years you should be troubled. That goes into a year and a day, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail, and gathering shall not come. But tremble, ye women that are at ease, and be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and gird up sackcloth unto your loins, man. For they shall lament for the teats of the pleasant field, for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vine. Okay, which is basically going into your EBT benefits and your benefits, man. But I'm going to end it there. All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. With that, shalom and